Hello and welcome to another episode of Trust Check, where every week we bring you verdicts on viral claims made on and off social media that had citizens asking so many questions. My name is Hajara Hussaini. In 2019, Wole Soyinka, a Nigerian playwright and novelist, said that fake news may start the Third World War, and that is not far-fetched as it has become a threat to mankind considering the damage that the spread of fake news keeps causing. Unfortunately, one of the cons of social media is that fake news merchants use the medium to disseminate information as they consider it the quickest way to reach a diverse audience. But what if I tell you that a simple manual search or Google reverse image search can stop you from also becoming a fake news merchant? And yes, you do not have to be a journalist in order to help stop the spread of fake news. And that is why every week on the show, we remind you of the importance of verifying information before you share. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll go through this week's claims. Welcome back to Trust Check. The first claim we take on this week is a trending issue of a lady who put a call through to a radio station confessing that she had mixed her HIV-infected blood into the popular Nigerian drink called Zobo, which she sells simply because she couldn't afford treatments. She also claimed that she was a serving nurse before she tested positive for HIV. Let's take a look.
They say Zobo.
Okay.
Waiting at doom. That attack, God go forgive me.
Okay, what you do?
I go hospital.
Yeah.
They say na HIV now I get.
Yeah.
So I no get money treat. I can't come on my blood they put for the Zobo and they sell them for many people.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yes, I will not die alone.
Okay. So how long?
God go forgive.
How long you don't do this thing now?
I done the one for 6 months now.
6 months.
Yes.
Okay. So how you take they comot your blood put for the mixer with the Zobo?
And they use injection. They come out for my vein.
Syringe. Only you they comot out for your vein for house.
Yes, yes. I've been nurse before.
Okay, you been nurse before.
Yes.
So you
When I
come.
come get HIV now, I can't stop.
Okay. So you come mix the Zobo and the blood.
Yes,
They sell.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So now, how do you feel now with this thing when you don't do? What till they come your
I
mind?
know happy, oh, but I still happy say I no go die alone.
After doing a manual search of whether the human immunodeficiency virus HIV can be transmitted through a drink, the result revealed that it cannot be transmitted through a drink, saliva, tears, sweat, or even sharing a bed with an infected person, as it cannot survive outside a person's body. Let's hear from Dr. Fatima Gaili as she enlightens us on ways the HIV can and cannot be transmitted.
HIV, which is the human immunodeficiency virus, is a blood-borne virus which can be transmitted in so many ways, but one of the commonest mode of transmission, which forms about 80 to 90% of all the transmission, is via sexual contact. Other means of transmission includes mucosal contact with infected blood or needle stick injuries, sharing of intravenous drug, and also vertical transmission during birth process or via breast milk. This virus is an obligate intracellular organism, which means it strictly survives inside the human cell. It cannot survive outside the human cell. That is why it is only transmitted through blood or body fluids of an infected person, for example, the semen or breast milk, also maternal child during childbirth due to exchange of blood products. So looking at Zobo, it is not a human fluid, right? And as mentioned earlier, I said HIV cannot survive outside the human cell. So infection via Zobo is very unlikely. But of course, we are trained to believe that there is no never in medicine.
Going by manual search and the expert's view, Trust Check can confirm that the human immunodeficiency virus cannot be transmitted through a drink, as the anonymous lady suggested. The second claim on today's episode is a purported tweet made with the handle of Twitter CEO Elon Musk claiming he will buy Snapchat and delete the app. The tweet, which came from a Twitter handle at Elon Musk, reads, "Next, I'm buying Snapchat and deleting all the filters. Welcome back to reality, ladies." This sounds a bit personal, but what do I know, right? The screenshot in circulation shows that the tweet garnered over 226,000 retweets, 45,000 quote tweets, and 1.6 million likes. In case you didn't know, Snapchat is a multimedia app that can be used on smartphones running Android or iOS. It allows the user to send pictures or videos named snaps to friends. These snaps vanish after they've been viewed, but can be saved in chats. Snapchat has a unique feature that allows users to see when another user has taken a screenshot of their pictures, videos, or chats. However, in verifying the claim, TrustCheck carried out a manual search on Elon Musk's verified account and found nothing of such. Although he had made several tweets on the same day the claim surfaced, he never mentioned buying Snapchat or even deleting the filters. Further checks revealed that the screenshot circulating was made using TweetGen. And with TweetGen, anyone can make and share believable fake tweets. Following verification, TrustCheck can confirm that the tweet about buying and deleting Snapchat filters did not emanate from Elon Musk. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to TrustCheck. Now to our segment of Need to Know. We will be sharing a few things you should know about the Electoral Act 2022. On February 25, 2022, President Muhammadu Buhari signed the 2022 Electoral Act Amendment Bill into law as it repeals Electoral Act No. 6, 2010. The act is intended to bring innovations to the regulation of federal, state, and area council elections in Nigeria. As the 2023 general elections approach, electorates are already looking forward to electing a new crop of leaders, and the new modifications in the Act are expected to cause some changes in voting patterns. One of the new changes in the Act is the financial independence of Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Research by TrustCheck shows that the new Act establishes the Independent National Electoral Commission Fund, whereby payments from the federal government, investments made from the funds, and other aids and grants shall be paid to enable the Independent National Electoral Commission to perform its functions. Also, the Act stipulates that election funds due to the Commission for any general elections are to be released not later than 1 year before the general election. This provision grants financial autonomy to the Commission, as it may now receive funds for the conduct of elections directly as opposed to getting funds subsequent to vetting by the Ministry of Finance. Secondly, the new Act provides that the Commission shall not later than 360 days before the day appointed for holding an election under this Act publish a notice in the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory stating the date of the election and appointing the place at which nomination papers are to be delivered. The notice, according to the Act, is expected to be published in each constituency in respect of which an election is to be held. This negates provisions of the old Electoral Acts, which provided that the Commission should publish this notice not later than 90 days before the date of the election. In terms of by-elections, the new Act retains the same provision as the old Act, as the time frame for publishing a notice stating the date of by-elections is 14 days. The new Electoral Act encourages early political party primaries, as it empowers INEC to mandate parties to submit the list of their sponsored candidates who have emerged from valid primaries conducted by the party not later than 180 days before the date appointed for a general election. This differs from the former Act, which prescribed that this submission should be done not less than 60 days before the date of general elections. The change in the time frame to submit the names of party candidates from 60 days to 180 days makes it compulsory for political parties to conduct their primaries early enough to meet up with the submission of their list of candidates at least 180 days before the general elections. The new Act also provides that the period of campaigning in public by every political party shall commence 150 days before polling day and ends 24 hours prior to that day. This is different from the provisions of the former Act, which prescribe that campaigns shall commence 90 days prior to polling day and end 24 hours prior to that day. The impact of this provision is the extended time given to political parties to disseminate their campaign messages to the populace and the corresponding extended time for the electorate to decide what party and candidates would receive their votes. The new act provides that the Commission shall keep the register of voters at its national headquarters and other locations, provided that the register shall be kept in electronic format in its central database, in addition to being kept in manual or hard copy formats. Under the former act, this register was kept in manual or hard copy format only. Under the new act, where the number of votes cast at an election in any polling unit exceeds the number of accredited voters in that polling unit, the presiding officer shall cancel the result of all the election in that polling unit. This section is really interesting. However, Section 84, subsection 12 of the new act stipulates that no political appointee at any level shall be a voting delegate or be voted for at the convention or congress of any political party for the purpose of the nomination of candidates for any election. This means that political appointees must relinquish their positions before they can be eligible to participate in the electoral process, either as a candidate or as a delegate. The Act further provides that where before the commencement of polls a candidate dies, the election shall be postponed and shall commence within 14 days of the candidate's death. Where a candidate dies after polls before the announcement of the final winner or announcement of the final result, the implication is that the election will be suspended for not more than 21 days. The technological adaptation in the electoral process has been one of the highlights of the new act and has boosted voters' confidence as it consists of the use of electronic devices such as smart card readers, electronic voting machines, and other technological devices such as the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, BVAS, is allowed in the accreditation process for voters and in the general election conduct of elections. Furthermore, the new act provides for the electronic transmission of election results in accordance with the procedure determined by the Commission. If you are an intending voter, then it is important to get familiar with the new Electoral Act to enable you exercise your franchise appropriately. While we bring you weekly reports on false information circulating on and off social media, a simple way to stop the spread of fake news is to verify any information before sharing them. Always remember that fake news causes damage with irreversible effects. For more details on the fact check, visit www.trustcheck.dailytrust.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Until I come your way next week, I am Hajara Hussaini.